Ritual alert. October 23rd opens a cosmic gateway that appears only once. Ancient astronomers mapped this celestial convergence, and modern mystics are finally understanding why this exact moment carries such profound, transformative power. What you're about to discover has been hidden in plain sight, waiting for those sensitive enough to recognize the signs. Imagine for a moment that the universe operates on precise mathematical frequencies, where celestial bodies align not by chance, but by divine orchestration. What if I told you this isn't just spiritual philosophy, but a reality that ancient traditions have preserved for thousands of years, encoded in their most sacred rituals and astronomical calculations? Take a deep breath right now. Feel how the energy shifts as you read these words. That subtle change you're experiencing isn't coincidence. You're already beginning to attune to the cosmic frequencies that will peak on October 23rd. Your heightened sensitivity to these energetic shifts marks you as one of the chosen few who can harness this unprecedented opportunity. In ancient Egypt, temple priests calculated celestial windows with mathematical precision, understanding that specific astronomical alignments create portals for consciousness transformation. Hindu and Buddhist masters recognized these cosmic moments as opportunities to accelerate spiritual evolution, dedicating entire lifetimes to preparing for such rare convergences. What they discovered, and what mainstream science is only beginning to acknowledge, is that consciousness itself responds to these celestial frequencies. What they discovered, and what mainstream science is only beginning to acknowledge, is that consciousness itself responds to these celestial frequencies. October 23rd marks the exact moment when Scorpio season begins, coinciding with the powerful Taurus full moon. This isn't merely astrological symbolism. These astronomical events create measurable gravitational and electromagnetic effects that influence the human biofield. Scorpio's transformative energy combines with Taurus's grounding force, creating what ancient texts describe as a karmic reset portal. During certain cosmic windows, the gravitational and electromagnetic fields of our solar system create conditions where these energetic patterns become malleable, allowing for rapid transformation and release. The term karmic reset might sound mystical, but it describes a very real process. Karma, in its purest definition, refers to the energetic patterns we carry from past experiences, decisions, and unresolved emotional charges. These patterns create what spiritual traditions call soul contracts, unconscious agreements that bind us to repetitive cycles of experience. During certain cosmic windows, the gravitational and electromagnetic fields of our solar system create conditions where these energetic patterns become malleable, allowing for rapid transformation and release. Great spiritual masters throughout history have spoken of moments when the veil between dimensions grows thin, when the normally rigid structures of reality become fluid. Tibetan monks call these times liberation windows. Sufi mystics refer to them as stations of the heart. What they all understood is that consciousness operates according to cosmic rhythms, and during specific celestial alignments, our capacity for transformation exponentially increases. Your soul chose to incarnate during this particular cosmic cycle for a reason. The fact that you're drawn to this knowledge, that you can feel the energetic shifts approaching, marks you as someone with a specific spiritual mission. You're not here by accident. You're part of a larger awakening that's been prophesied across cultures and spiritual traditions for millennia. But understanding these cosmic mechanics is only the beginning. The real power lies in knowing how to position yourself within this cosmic window to maximize its transformative potential. Ancient texts speak of specific practices that must be performed during these rare alignments, rituals designed to help consciousness synchronize with the cosmic frequencies and unlock dormant potentials within the human energy system. Modern quantum physics is beginning to validate what ancient mystics have always known. Consciousness and matter are intimately connected, and both respond to the gravitational and electromagnetic fields generated by celestial movements. During the October 23rd alignment, these fields create what we might call a consciousness acceleration zone, a time when the normal rules of personal transformation are temporarily suspended. Think about the most profound shifts in your life. Chances are they occurred during periods of intense cosmic activity, even if you weren't consciously aware of the connection at the time. Major life changes, spiritual awakenings, relationship transformations, career pivots. These experiences often correlate with significant astronomical events because consciousness itself is influenced by cosmic rhythms. The approaching October 23rd window represents more than just another astrological event. It's a cosmic invitation to step into a higher version of yourself, to release the limiting patterns that have kept you trapped in cycles of frustration and unfulfillment. But this invitation comes with a crucial requirement. You must know exactly how to open yourself to receive these cosmic frequencies. Ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs describe specific body positions and breathing techniques that align human consciousness with cosmic energies. Sanskrit texts detail visualization practices that help the mind synchronize with celestial rhythms. These weren't mere religious rituals. They were sophisticated technologies for consciousness transformation, designed to help individuals harness the power of cosmic windows like the one approaching on October 23rd. You've likely experienced glimpses of your expanded potential during moments of deep meditation, profound prayer, or unexpected spiritual breakthroughs. These experiences offer a preview of what becomes possible when consciousness fully aligns with cosmic frequencies. The October 23rd portal represents an opportunity to make this expanded state not just a temporary experience, but a permanent upgrade to your baseline reality. The gravitational influence of the Taurus full moon creates what astronomers call tidal effects, not just on Earth's oceans, but on all water-based systems, including the human body, which is approximately 60% water. Meanwhile, Scorpio's electromagnetic signature activates the pineal gland, that mysterious structure in the brain that mystics have long associated with cosmic consciousness and interdimensional perception. When these two influences combine on October 23rd, they create optimal conditions for what spiritual traditions call soul contract dissolution. The energetic patterns that have been unconsciously governing your life, patterns of limitation, scarcity, fear, and separation, become vulnerable to conscious reprogramming. But only if you know the precise protocol for accessing this cosmic gateway. Your increased sensitivity to energy, your growing awareness of synchronicities, your deepening desire for authentic spiritual connection. These are all signs that your consciousness is already preparing for this cosmic event. You're being called to step into a level of spiritual empowerment that previous generations could only dream of accessing. But here's what the ancient texts don't explicitly state, what modern mystics are only beginning to understand. The October 23rd window doesn't just offer transformation, it demands it. The cosmic energies will flow regardless of whether you consciously participate. The question is whether you'll position yourself to harness these forces constructively, or whether you'll be unconsciously swept along by energies you don't understand. This is why precise timing becomes crucial. The cosmic window doesn't remain open indefinitely. Ancient astronomers calculated that peak transformational potential occurs during a specific 4-hour period, beginning at the exact moment of astronomical alignment. Miss this window, and you'll have to wait decades for another opportunity of incomparable power. Miss this window, and you'll have to wait decades for another opportunity of comparable power. You feel it building, don't you? That sense of anticipation, of approaching culmination. Your soul recognizes what's coming because it's been preparing for this moment across multiple lifetimes. The spiritual insights you've been receiving, the healing work you've been doing, the shadow material you've been processing, all of it has been preparation for this cosmic reset. The ancient traditions understood something that modern spirituality often overlooks. Consciousness transformation isn't just about positive thinking or meditation practice. True metamorphosis requires precise alignment with cosmic forces, the kind of alignment that becomes possible only during rare celestial windows like October 23rd. But why October 23rd specifically? What makes this particular date so astronomically significant that mystics across cultures have preserved its importance in their most sacred texts? The answer lies in understanding the deeper mechanics of how cosmic alignment affects human consciousness, how the specific gravitational and electromagnetic conditions of this date create an unprecedented opportunity for soul-level transformation. The window opens at the exact moment when three distinct cosmic forces converge: the Scorpio new moon energy, the Taurus full moon culmination, and what ancient texts call the karmic acceleration point. A rare astronomical configuration that occurs only once every several decades. But to harness this convergence, you must understand not just when the portal opens, but precisely how to position yourself within its transformative field. The precise moment is when the moon reaches its fullest expression on October 23rd at exactly 11:47 p.m. Eastern Time. This isn't just astronomical data. This is the moment when the veil between dimensions becomes thinnest, when your ritual will carry the maximum transformative power. Ancient Egyptian priests knew this secret. They aligned their most powerful ceremonies with lunar peaks, understanding that consciousness itself follows celestial rhythms. The Romans documented similar practices, timing their most sacred rituals when lunar energy reached its crescendo. Tonight, you're stepping into this same lineage of cosmic awareness. But here's what makes this convergence even more extraordinary. We're approaching Samhain, the ancient Celtic New Year, when the boundaries between worlds naturally dissolve. The shadow work traditions that emerged from this time weren't folklore. They were sophisticated spiritual technologies for breaking karmic patterns that have held humanity captive for millennia. This is why you've been feeling those strange sensations lately, the restlessness, the sense that something profound is shifting beneath the surface of your awareness. Your consciousness is already responding to these approaching energies. You're being called to participate in something far greater than a simple ritual. You're being invited to break free from cycles that stretch back to Atlantis itself. The awakened souls who walked this earth before the Great Fall understood something we're only now rediscovering. They knew that consciousness isn't trapped by linear time, that awareness can transcend the dimensional barriers that keep most people locked in repetitive patterns. They developed methods, precise spiritual technologies for accessing these higher states during moments of cosmic alignment. You are part of the generation that's meant to reclaim this knowledge. Not everyone receives this calling. Not everyone feels the stirring of ancient memories in their cellular structure. The fact that you're here, feeling these shifts, recognizing these signs, this isn't coincidence. This is your consciousness responding to its original programming, awakening to its true purpose. Now let me guide you through the exact methodology they used, adapted for this specific convergence. This isn't theory or philosophy. This is the practical application of consciousness-expanding technology that's been waiting in the shadows for over 12,000 years. First, you'll need to prepare your space using the ancient art of energetic purification. Great spiritual masters across every tradition understood that physical space holds vibrational memory. Before any transformative work can begin, you must clear the accumulated energetic debris that clouds your environment. Take sea salt, not table salt, but salt that carries the memory of the ocean's primordial wisdom. Disperse it in the corners of the room where you'll perform this ritual. As you place each portion, speak these words: I reclaim this space from all that no longer serves my highest evolution. The salt will begin immediately absorbing the lower vibrational frequencies that have been blocking your connection to higher consciousness. Next, create a salt circle around yourself, approximately 6 feet in diameter. This isn't symbolic. You're literally constructing an energetic barrier that will protect your consciousness as it expands beyond its normal boundaries. Ancient Egyptian priests never attempted dimensional work without proper protection. Understanding that expanded awareness attracts both higher and lower entities. Step into your circle and seat yourself facing east toward the rising energies of transformation. Close your eyes and begin the breath pattern that monks in the Himalayas have used for centuries to access non-ordinary states of consciousness. Inhale for exactly 7 counts, drawing energy up from the earth through your root chakra. Hold for 7 counts while visualizing this energy rising through each energy center. Exhale for 7 counts, releasing all that keeps you bound to limited awareness. Then pause for 7 counts in the space between breaths. This is where the magic happens. In this pause, ancient yogis discovered the gateway to timelessness. Modern quantum physics is finally catching up to what they knew intuitively. Consciousness exists outside the normal flow of time. In this sacred pause, you're touching the eternal aspect of your being that remembers its connection to the cosmic intelligence. Continue this pattern 21 times. 21 isn't arbitrary. It's the numerical frequency that resonates with the deeper structures of consciousness itself. As you breathe, you'll begin to feel the boundaries of your individual awareness becoming more fluid, more expansive. Around the 14th breath, you may experience what the traditions call the opening. Suddenly, you'll sense that you're not alone in this process. The presence of those who've walked this path before you becomes palpable. This is your consciousness connecting with what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious, the shared field of wisdom that connects all awakened beings across time. This is your consciousness connecting with what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious, the shared field of wisdom that connects all awakened beings across time. Don't resist these sensations. This is your natural birthright, your consciousness remembering its original capacity. The Atlantean descendants who survived the Great Catastrophe carried this knowledge in their DNA, passing it down through mystery schools and secret traditions. You're not learning something new, you're remembering something ancient. As you complete the 21st breath, speak this declaration with absolute certainty. I break free from all patterns that limit my highest expression. I reclaim my power as a conscious co-creator of reality. I step into my role as a bridge between worlds. Feel these words activate something deep within your cellular memory. This isn't just positive thinking, you're literally reprogramming the quantum field that surrounds your consciousness. The Atlantean technologies were based on understanding that intention coupled with proper vibrational alignment could reshape reality at its fundamental level. Now comes the moment of ultimate transformation. Place your hands on your heart and visualize a brilliant golden light beginning to pulse within your chest. This light carries the frequency of your original essence, the consciousness you were, before any limiting patterns took hold. See this light expanding with each heartbeat, growing brighter, more radiant, until it fills your entire energy field. This is the same light that illuminated the crystal temples of Atlantis, the same consciousness frequency that the great spiritual masters throughout history learned to embody. As this light expands beyond your physical boundaries, set your intention for what you choose to release, not just surface-level habits or behaviors, but the deep karmic patterns that have kept your soul recycling through the same experiences lifetime after lifetime. Speak directly to these patterns. I see you, I acknowledge the purpose you once served, but your time is complete. I release you with gratitude and step into my full power as a sovereign being. You may feel emotional releases during this process, new waves of grief, anger, or unexpected joy. This is normal and necessary. You're literally unwinding energetic structures that have defined your reality for potentially thousands of years. The Tibetan monks who developed these practices understood that true transformation requires complete emotional integration. Allow whatever arises to move through you without resistance. You're not trying to bypass these feelings. You're giving them permission to complete their cycle and dissolve naturally. This is the difference between spiritual bypassing and authentic transformation. As the emotional waves settle, you'll begin to feel something new emerging from the depths of your being, a sense of clarity, of purpose, of connection to something vast and magnificent. This is your consciousness recognizing its true nature, beyond all the stories and limitations it's carried. The final step requires the most courage, but also offers the greatest reward. You're going to make a commitment that will reshape your entire trajectory, not just for this lifetime, but for all the lifetimes to come. Stand within your salt circle and declare to the universe itself, I choose evolution over comfort. I choose growth over safety. I choose to be a conscious participant in humanity's awakening. I dedicate my life to embodying the highest possibilities of human consciousness. As you speak these words, you're literally enrolling yourself in what the ancient texts called the Great Work, the collective effort to restore humanity's connection to its divine origins. This isn't metaphor or wishful thinking. You're aligning yourself with a mission that spans millennia, joining the ranks of those who've dedicated their existence to lifting human consciousness out of its current limitations. The energy shift you'll feel as you make this commitment is unmistakable. It's your soul recognizing that it's finally home, finally aligned with its deepest purpose. This is what you've been searching for in every spiritual practice, every moment of seeking, this recognition of your role in the cosmic story. But remember, this isn't a one-time event. True transformation requires integration and consistent practice. The patterns you've released tonight will try to reassert themselves through old habits, relationships, and environments that reflect your previous level of consciousness. This is why the ancient mystery schools emphasized ongoing initiation. Each level of awakening requires new practices, new commitments, new levels of responsibility. You've taken the first step tonight, but the journey of conscious evolution is lifelong. Over the next lunar cycle, pay attention to the synchronicities that begin appearing in your life. New opportunities, unexpected connections, resources appearing exactly when you need them. This is the universe responding to your elevated consciousness, reorganizing itself to match your new vibrational frequency. Keep a journal of these experiences. Document the shifts in your perception, the changes in how others respond to you, the opportunities that emerge seemingly out of nowhere. This isn't just personal growth. You're becoming a living example of what's possible when someone truly commits to their highest evolution. The salt circle that protected you tonight will hold its energy for 7 days. Leave it undisturbed during this integration period. Each time you pass by it, you'll be reminded of the commitment you've made, the patterns you've released, the new trajectory you've chosen. And remember, you're not alone in this process. Across the globe, awakened souls are recognizing the same calling, breaking free from the same ancient limitations, stepping into the same magnificent potential. You're part of a collective awakening that's been prophesied for millennia, the return of humanity to its original spiritual technologies. The work you've done tonight ripples out through the quantum field, affecting not just your personal reality, but contributing to the transformation of human consciousness itself. Every soul that breaks free from limiting patterns makes it easier for others to do the same. You've become a catalyst for collective awakening. As we move forward into this new phase of human evolution, stay connected to this community of conscious co-creators. Subscribe to continue receiving the wisdom and practices that will support your ongoing transformation. Share your experiences with others who are ready to hear them. Become a living bridge between the old world of limitation and the new world of infinite possibility. The cosmic convergence of October 23rd is just the beginning. The real magic happens in how you integrate this experience into every moment of your existence, how you allow this expanded consciousness to reshape your relationships, your work, your entire approach to being human. Tonight, you didn't just perform a ritual. You remembered who you really are.